Learning how to use CAD was one of the smartest moves I've ever made. Just look around you, almost everything you see started life on a CAD program. I'm Tom Norris, I'm an architectural designer, and I use CAD every day to create beautiful homes for people to live in. I've got an elevation plan for a nice looking property in Kensington in London. So the aim of the tutorial today is to teach you how to print directly from model space. It's not an easy thing to set up in that it takes a bit of trial and error, but once you've done it and learned the technique, then all you got to do is play with it. So if I'm in model space, I'm not supposed to print from model space, and you'll see why in a minute. So I'll do Control P and I'll do a full preview. Now as you can see, that's lining up perfectly to print in an A3. But of course the only reason that's happening is that it's in the correct space, in the correct position within the model space. So if I was to just copy and paste that and go to another page, there we go, that I created. So that's a pretty chunky copy and paste. That's why it's taking a little bit of time. So now if I bring that up, so now I go to Control P, Control Print, have a look at the preview. You can see I'm off center, and the reason is that this isn't in the correct position within the model space. So the aim of the lesson is to show you how to find the correct position within model space, and then you make a template and you use that template for all your drawings, and you know that anything you throw into that little square will print correctly. So now what we have to do is close this, cancel, and we know it's going to go a little bit more to the left. So to speed up the process, I think what I can do here is actually get rid of that nice elevation plan. That's it, get the heck out of here. Now Control Print again, and you can see we're not quite right still, so it needs to go up and to the left. Up and to the left. See, things will work a bit quicker now. Oh, the height is looking very good. Just up a touch. Yeah. Right, up a touch and over. Control P. Full preview. Height is looking very good, goes up a touch and goes to the left. Up a touch and goes to the left. Let's try that. So as I said in the beginning, it's a bit of trial and error there. Now you can see where we are. It's spot on. So if I was to print, I'll give you an example. So if I was to, it doesn't matter now, as long as you don't disturb that rectangle. No matter, you can work away here, you can do whatever you want. And I'll give you a little example. And now you go to print. Oops, I didn't mean to print. If you go to print, cancel that. If you go to print, do the full preview. You can see you're not showing anything, and the reason is you're outside of the box that we created. So everything else doesn't get printed. So you just only prints what you have in the box, and I'm going to show you now how that works. So let's assume that's our drawing. It's nice and central in the box. Put this one across so that we can see it, and then I go Control P, I go full preview. Okay, let's do that again. I want to check something. It was off center, so there you go. That's about right, isn't it? So Control P, full preview. Yeah, bang on. So now what happens is you've managed to find the only position in the model space that you can actually print from. So what you do is you have to safeguard it. This is what I do. Oops, do that again. So the idea is that you have this in your model space all the time, and I usually make them red. So we make it red. Now let's just get rid of the rubbish there and I'll explain it to you. So let me do a control print, full preview. You're getting it exactly as it's supposed to be. This is in the middle of an A3, and it will print A3, so it's absolutely perfect. And the reason it'll print A3 is because the page is set up for A3. You learned that lesson on setting up the page. That's a different lesson. But this one, it's all about printing from model space. Now, what else do I want to show you? Well, let's just prove that this actually works. But before I do that, what I would say to you then, once you've done this and once you've moved it around and you got it in the right position using the full preview, and you keep doing it and keep moving it until you get it. Once you've done it, what you do is create a template from this. Make it into a template, and this is what you open every time you've got a little project. And you don't generally work in there, you can work out here. You do your elevations, do your layouts, do your existing, do your proposed, and when you're ready to print something, just copy and paste, drop them into that little box. Control P, preview, off you go, you're done. So what I want to do now is I want to prove that it actually works. So I'm going to open something and pop a little drawing in. So I have no idea what we're going to open up here. See, that's what I was saying to you about creating the drawings outside of the box, and then when you're ready to print something, just put it in the box. So that's basically done on a template. So if I just copy that, close it, and here we are, we're back to the one we just made. Put it in the center, Control P, full preview. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to print it to a PDF, and we're going to save it, and we're going to save it on test, replace, and then I'm going to go and open, test, and here we are. That's your PDF on A3. So you get it? I think you should have it by now. That's it. Your A3 test is absolutely working fine. So save this then as a template, and you do all your drawings on it, and when you're ready to print, just pop them in there. You can, of course, come on down here and start setting these things up. But if you just want to print from model space, that's how you work out where the exact spot is where you can print anything within that rectangle. That's how you do it. Okay, hope you enjoyed this. I know it's a bit of a messy one. It's an awkward one. It's an awkward little tutorial, but hopefully if you've stayed with me, you've learned how to do it, and it's a useful thing to know. So good luck with that. That's fine. See you on the next video.